Hi, my name is Floriane and I competed in the 2013 Big Back competition / National Science and Engineering competition. My team was called Science Angels and we were tasked with creating a solution to sustainable agricultural problems in developing countries and growing crop in a way that would be resilient to different weather conditions. We were really passionate about this idea because we cared about food poverty, we cared about being able to do it in a way that was sustainable and didn't contribute to climate change, and also we thought that there were loads of engineering technologies that we could take advantage of to help create a solution that was cheap, efficient and quick to build. So the first part of the project was about discovery and research. We went out there. We went to the Future London Build, which was a massive trade show around construction and the built environment, to understand what materials, technologies, companies were out there who could help us. We also spoke to a bunch of STEM ambassadors who were really useful and helpful and came to our school to talk to us about their work in electronics, their work in mechanical engineering, their work in architecture, and they helped us to start to understand, well, if you're going to build a greenhouse or a solution of that sort, how would you even go about doing it? You would need engineering plans, you would need to have a computer-aided design, you would need to do some mathematics to think about the size and scale and scope of your project. And we just did loads of internet research as well. Like, we wanted to go out and find out what was already in existence, what materials we could use, and we came across this fantastic organisation called Polysolar. So wherever you can, build industry links with local businesses in your areas. We just emailed, and I think sometimes you just got to go out there, talk to people about your intentions and what you're trying to do, and email them, and they'll be able to help. Once we had collected as much research and data as possible, we sat down to design our sustainable greenhouse system. We pulled together all the information we had and just started to make design decisions around what the shape of our greenhouse would look like, how that would maximise the amount of sun we could collect using Polysolar's solar glass. We also started to think about rainwater harvesting and grey water recycling and all the ways in which we could maximise the resource use. We then also had to do some maths and calculate what the scale and size of our greenhouse could be, the model that we would take to the competition in comparison to the real life-size greenhouse, and actually if that life-size greenhouse would be able to feed a whole village of 100 or 200 people. So that took a bit of maths, and then we started to pull together all of our materials and build our model in the design and technology room using all the materials and equipment that we could find. And it took a lot of creativity, a bit of design work, a bit of understanding to make glass fit together and metal fit together. And we also had to think about how we could make our model look as realistic as possible. And the most important part of everything was to document the process. So we worked really hard to build a portfolio of work that showed our design and research all the way down to testing and evaluation. And that was the really important part because that was the evidence to the judges and to all of the people coming to our stalls to show all of the work that we had put into our design and how we ended up with our final scientific proof. And the last bit was the computer-aided design, and I really enjoyed building the model with a couple of my other teammates, and a core part of our project was working together as a team. So with about 6 of us in a group, we had to communicate, we had to work together, we had to split work evenly, and we also had to try and lead each other in the areas that we were most competent with and had specialisms in. So that was a really good and fun process.